Angel Reese double-doubles as Sky lose to Storm, drop fourth straight game. The Chicago Sky entered Saturday night's matchup against the Seattle Storm desperately looking to halt a three-game skid. But instead of turning things around, Chicago found itself staring down a fourth straight loss after falling 79-69 at Climate Pledge Arena. Despite the defeat, rookie forward Angel Reese once again proved why she has quickly become the heart and soul of this Chicago team. Reese put together another impressive stat line, recording a double-double with 20 points and 10 rebounds. It was the kind of gritty performance Sky fans have come to expect from her, but it wasn't enough to push Chicago over the hump against a Storm squad that showcased depth, balance, and composure in crunch time. Early fight, but no lead in sight. The Sky never led once throughout the game, though early on they showed some flashes of fight. After falling behind in the first quarter, Chicago pulled within 3 points early in the second, creating a window of opportunity to potentially seize some momentum. But as has been the case far too often this season, the Sky couldn't sustain their energy. Seattle responded immediately, stretching the lead back to double digits before halftime. From that point forward, Chicago was left to play catch-up, unable to put together the kind of scoring run that might have shifted the momentum in their favor. Angel Reese shines despite struggles around her. Reese's performance was once again a silver lining. Shooting an efficient 7 of 12 from the field, she found ways to score inside, whether it was through post-ups, offensive rebounds, or her ability to draw fouls and earn trips to the free throw line. She also contributed 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block, reminding everyone that her impact isn't limited to just scoring and rebounding. In fact, Reese opened the fourth quarter with a pair of free throws that cut Seattle's lead to just 5 points, giving Chicago a glimmer of hope. But the Storm had an answer ready, rattling off a 7-0 run that restored their cushion and all but put the game out of reach. Reese has been carrying an enormous load for the Sky this season, not just statistically, but emotionally. In a year where Chicago has struggled to find consistency, her relentless energy and willingness to battle for every possession have been the one constant. Even in losses like this, her double-double production continues to highlight her value as a foundational piece for the franchise moving forward. Shooting woes and costly turnovers. While Reese did her part, the rest of the Sky struggled to get much going offensively. Shooting inefficiency was one of the biggest culprits in this defeat. Chicago hit just 1 of 10 attempts from beyond the arc, a dismal 10% clip that makes it nearly impossible to keep pace in a league where three-point shooting is often a deciding factor. Free throws also became a major issue. The Sky went just 14 of 25 at the charity stripe, leaving 11 crucial points off the board. Combine that with their perimeter struggles, and it's easy to see why Chicago failed to crack 70 points in the game. Ball security was another glaring weakness. The Sky turned the ball over 22 times, a number that simply won't cut it against playoff-caliber opponents. Although they did tally 19 assists, the turnovers consistently stalled their rhythm and allowed Seattle to capitalize in transition. Lack of offensive support. Aside from Reese, the only other Sky player to reach double figures was Michaela Onyenwere, who chipped in 11 points on 5 of 10 shooting in 25 minutes. Her scoring helped keep Chicago afloat at times, but there was little additional support beyond that. The Sky's backcourt struggled to find consistency, with turnovers and missed shots piling up. This lack of scoring depth has become a theme during their losing streak, as the team has leaned heavily on Reese while searching for someone else to step into a reliable secondary scoring role. Balanced Storm attack. While Chicago leaned almost entirely on Reese, Seattle showcased the kind of balanced offense that has kept them competitive all season. 6 different Storm players finished in double figures, led by Nneka Ogwumike's 20 points. That balance was the difference maker. Every time the Sky threatened to cut the lead, Seattle had another player step up, whether it was Ogwumike, Jewel Lloyd, or Skylar Diggins-Smith. This spread-out scoring effort made it impossible for Chicago to key in defensively on just 1 or 2 players, leaving the Sky scrambling to cover all options. Where the Sky stand now. With the loss, the Sky dropped to 9-30 on the season, keeping them firmly planted near the bottom of the WNBA standings. Only one team holds a worse record, and the gap between Chicago and the playoff picture continues to grow wider. Still, there are reasons for optimism, and most of them center around Reese. Her ability to consistently produce double-doubles as a rookie is remarkable, and it speaks volumes about the kind of cornerstone she can become for the franchise. Sky fans knew this season would be a rebuilding year, but the hope is that performances like Reese's can lay the groundwork for future growth. With better roster support, improved guard play, and more efficient shooting, Chicago could start turning these tough losses into competitive wins. Lessons from the loss. There are several takeaways from this latest defeat. Perimeter shooting must improve. Hitting just one three-pointer isn't enough to compete in today's WNBA. Chicago needs shooters who can stretch the floor and open space for Reese inside. Free throws can't be wasted. Leaving 11 points at the line is unacceptable. This Sky team isn't explosive enough offensively to afford those kinds of missed opportunities. Turnovers kill momentum. 22 turnovers is a backbreaker, especially against a disciplined team like Seattle. Taking better care of the ball is non-negotiable moving forward. Reese is the foundation. The silver lining is clear. Angel Reese is the building block for the future. Her effort, production, and leadership continue to shine, even in difficult stretches. Looking ahead, for the Sky, the road doesn't get any easier. With the season winding down, they'll be facing playoff-bound teams looking to sharpen up before the postseason. That means Chicago will have to play near-perfect basketball to pull off upsets. But for Sky fans, the message is clear. Angel Reese is the real deal. As long as she continues to dominate the glass, score efficiently, and energize her teammates, the future of the franchise looks brighter than the current record shows. Saturday night was yet another example of her growing star power. Even in a fourth straight loss, she delivered a double-double that stood out against one of the WNBA's most balanced squads. The challenge now is finding a way to surround her with enough help to turn these gritty performances into wins. Because if one thing is obvious, it's that Reese isn't going anywhere. And with her leading the charge, the Chicago Sky have a foundation to build on for years to come. What Coach said, her previous game against Phoenix Mercury, going viral. Angel Reese, should I miss it? Coach, no. Angel Reese misses anyway.
The end of game sequence, I think you guys were down as Angel had the and one opportunity. In that moment, was that a decision to have her miss, or just what was the thinking there in that scenario?
No, she asked if we wanted her to miss. I told her to make it. It would only been a 1 point, 1 or 2 point game. It would been a 1 possession game anyway. So no, she just missed the free throw. It happens. So no.
I said the same thing to the players, but it just seemed like the turnovers were what helped preventing you guys from getting into it with them. Offensively, was that a read on it?
Yeah, I think that I think we missed some easy ones around the rim. Obviously, we didn't shoot well from the free throw line. But I think that the turnovers. 30 of their 79 points came off of our turnover. So again, it's really hard to beat good teams. When you're giving those possessions away. So.
Were you guys able? Did you want to create more 3-point looks? You did shoot as many as you sometimes do.
Yeah. 10 is way lower than what we like. Obviously, I think that we did a lot of damage in the paint tonight, but we just weren't able to generate enough to create enough for outside shots. And so, it's a credit to Seattle in the way that they extended their pressure at times, the way that they packed the paint at times. They did a really good job of taking away those outside shots, and then they hit a couple. So it's a credit to them.
Yeah. Then what do you think of Angel and Camilla's performance?
I thought Angel was pretty good. I think that she obviously was a presence on the glass. She had a couple of big bugs to stop momentum at times. Was able to get to the free throw line. I thought Camilla, it took away her aggressiveness a little bit when she missed a couple early. Wanted to continue to be aggressive. She showed some moments throughout the game where she was aggressive getting to the rim. We wanted consistent possessions with her being that. I thought she played pretty well defensively. I thought she gave good energy and good effort, and it's just one of those nights. It's just one of those nights where her shots weren't able to fall. But I thought she gave us a really good effort defensively.
It seemed like you guys defended fairly well. Was there anything you were unhappy with on the defensive end?
I think early on, I thought the pace that we were playing at on both ends to start of the game wasn't really up to snuff, but I thought the rest of the game, for the majority of the game, I thought it was pretty good in our half-court defense. I think that, again, it's just those sometimes when you're not scoring the ball efficiently, or when you turn it over, it wears on you on the other end. I thought we did a good job of fighting through those moments, but again, 30 points off of our turnovers is tough to come back from.
Carly on Zoom.
Hey, Coach, how would you just assess your team's spacing that they were able to create today?
I thought it got better as the game went on. I think that our ball movement early on was, struggled some. I think that we were still able to get some looks inside. I think that overall, though, it didn't move like we wanted it to move. I thought the spacing was okay. It was our movement that suffered a little bit.
Thank you.
Anybody else for Coach? Thanks.